Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I'm looking through this tub of vintage greeting cards. Now, I got all these at the flea market, and man, that was quite a project because they were all glued into an album, and I spent a day trying to get them out of the album and spreading them out in the sun and trying to get them not to smell too musty, too old. But it's been worth it. It's been worth it. And I really haven't used too many of them yet. But I knew there was a baby boy card, and I wanted to get that baby boy card to do a page for my brand new cousin. So, as I was going through here, I actually picked out three cards. No, one for the baby boy, but two other cards to do two different pages. So I've done 3 pages with the vintage cards. Would you like to see? Come on along. This is my flower-shaped journal made from a wooden plaque that I got at the Dollar Tree, wood burned and painted with acrylics. And this is my summer journal, one of my summer journals, and I've got a lot of happy mail in here and a few other things, places I went, flowers from the flower garden, some family journaling, some nature journaling. And let's go to the baby page first, which I put way back here. Now, I also had gotten some vintage baby wrapping paper at the flea market, and I used that as a background, and I ripped the edges because I wanted to see a little bit of that pink edge. Now, I know it's a baby boy, but the wrapping paper is blue with little touches of pink, and I thought that would look pretty. Now, the card that I picked out, I love this card, and I know it's in German, but it is adorable with the little baby in the bassinet. Actually, it's a cradle. And do you see the way this cradle goes? And it has spokes in it. Now, we have a family cradle that looks like this. Yes, we do. And I know I showed the family high chair the other day. So I really should show the family cradle that we have. Only ours is much fancier. It's got all carving in it. And it's old and in pretty bad shape. But we love it. And I don't know what we're saving it for. If the future generations want to use it, I guess. It's a family heirloom. Anyway, it's got a little window. And you open it and it's a pop-up card. And I just love that the baby is in the garden with all the flowers around it. And I had glued this on top of a thank you card that my cousin sent me. The cover of that card was a seal, and it was waving hello. It was really cute, but I wanted a baby card because inside the thank you card, she is thanking myself and my other sisters for sending some baby gifts. And I wanted to put her picture and the date that baby was born there. So this was taken the day the baby was born. And then inside the card, this is where the people had signed it. And of course, they signed it in German. But I put a picture of the gifts that we sent her. So I thought this was a very sweet page. I love it's simple, but it's vintage. And I love that it's in German. And that I took the thank you card and put the baby's picture there. And I think this is all I'm going to put on this page. I could add something to it later on, but I really want, the vintage paper and the vintage card to be the focal points. And of course, pictures of the baby. Now, another card that I found, So I wanted to use these little flower fairy elves, they're so cute, to make a journaling card just to journal about my red dahlia. Now last year I bought a red dahlia plant and I had it in the pot out by the front porch. At the end of the season, I was like, let me see if I can save the tubers and grow it again the next year. So I waited till the plant had started dying back, and then I dug up the tubers and I set them on the porch, let them dry out, and then I brushed the dirt off of them, and then I put them in a paper bag, and I put it down our basement. Now our basement is very cold in the wintertime. Spring came, I took it out and I planted it in the pot, and I waited. And I waited, and I waited. But, I had a little bit of the dead part of the plant sticking up because I left just like a little bit of the crown of the plant sticking up from the tuber. And I had that sticking up with the tubers in the soil. And Mr. Possum would come by and he says, "Is that plant dead?" I said, no, it just hasn't grown yet. "Is that plant dead?" I said, no, wait, give it some time. And yes, with a lot of patience, it started to grow and it got beautiful green leaves, and then a big shoot came out with a nice big giant red dahlia, and it got 2 more buds after this one, so in all it had 3 flowers. So I'm going to try and save it again. I'll wait till the end of the season. Wait till it dies back and dig it up and try it again and see if I can get another year out of it. This is what it looked like on July 20th. So I've been waiting to journal about this since July 20th, but that's okay. I got this beautiful watercolor flower paper from this pad that I got at, let's say it together, the flea market. 36 double-sided sheets. And I've never had, this is the DCWV, and I've never had one of their pads before. And this is a premium stack. And that's my clock. And they're double-sided, and it comes with these cutout pages. And I was like, ooh, I want to do something with that. What can I do? So what I did was I took a piece of one. Let me show you what the page looks like. And I cut out a little square there. And I got a piece of plastic. Now this is just the plastic sheet that, the stickers come on. That's all that is. I had another piece here. I don't know where it is. And I took it to the sewing machine and I sewed it around. And then I took double-sided tape and attached it to the page. But I love these watercolor flowers. So I took a scrap of the paper to make the journaling card. I had cut this out of the greeting card. And then you saw on the back, I just put the picture and did my journaling. Now this green stripes, they're just on the back of the flower paper. So I said, well, that's perfect for journaling. Look at that. And then I put my little flower fairies into their pocket like that. And I said, well, this is different. I know it's another pocket, but each pocket is completely different from the other pockets. There are no plain pockets. I only have a very few pages in this journal that are flat without a pocket. So this pocket is shaped like a basket, and this pocket is flower, half the flower shape, and things are going out the side. This is one of the few pages that doesn't have a pocket. And the third card is this one, which is a little lamb. As I was going through the tub of vintage cards, I saw this card with the little lamb on it. And I was like, oh, that reminds me of the lamb that Mom has with her in the hospital. I've been journaling about Mom in the hospital. I have to use that. But the first thing I did on the page was cut some background paper into this flower shape. And I chose this paper because it was like a spring meadow, a place where the lamb might want to run and jump and play. And then, because I don't have this paper pack, this was just a piece of paper I got from the, say it with me, flea market. I added this piece. Some of the somewhat similar colors. I mean, there is golds and white and teals, but it didn't matter. I just ripped a piece, put it on the background, and then glued the back of the card right there. So it is a trifold that goes out this way. But on this side, on these two sections, I glued some of this paper, and I printed out two pictures. And there's Mom holding her lamb in the hospital. And then this is me holding Mom's hand. And I did use the scraps that I had from this paper to frame the pictures. And then I sat here and I cut out the bees and the butterflies, some of the flowers. And I put a bee up there and a butterfly. I put the date and some flowers, and then another bee and a butterfly over there and some flowers. And then I took the words, little lamb, what you say, off of the card. Now the card, the bird is talking to the lamb and the lamb's talking to the bird. And the lamb is going to see the new baby. And when he sees the new baby, the bird wants to know what the lamb is going to say. So the bird asks the lamb, little lamb, what will you say? And so I just cut out that one line, and then over here I wrote, love you, Mom. So that is another page for Mom. So I did 3 pages today. This one doesn't have a pocket, it has a fold lock. Oh, but you know what? It kind of flops open. And somewhere, I think over there, I have to go find it. I have one of the paper clips with a little tassel on it. I think I'll put right there. But I'm just going to use that paper clip for now. So 3 pages done today. And I have 2 happy mails that have to go in here. And I believe all the pages up to here are completed. Plus the baby's over there. So I will probably put a happy mail there and a happy mail there. And then the middle section is almost finished. I believe I have enough things like immediately at the top of my head that I want to put in here that I can finish the first 2 sections. And then I have 1 more to go. So do you think I can get this done before I do my real fall journaling? You know me, sometimes when I get towards the end of a journal and the journal's already looking fun and fat and sassy, that I really love working in it. So yeah, I just might be working in here and getting some more things in here. Oh, I have another birthday party and a few things to put in here. But I also have something to put in my family journal, and I have something to put in my Mermaid's Tale journal. And something to put in my rock journal too. Doesn't matter, it's all good. Just in the mood to do a little journaling here on a quiet Sunday at Soggy Bottom. And thank you for allowing me to share these pages with you. Pages I made from my vintage cards that I bought last year at the flea market. Yeah, they've been sitting around. Time to get things out and use them. And I just want to wish you happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.